just put up an emoji to indicate that you can hear me. Just react, okay. Okay, that's great. So my name is Anthony Okoro, and I'll be leading you on this journey through Agentic AI in KodeCamp 5X. The essence of today's session really is just to get to know each of us, to get a better idea of where we currently stand in terms of Agentic AI and the requisite areas of knowledge to gain the best from this training. I would just ask us, just share your name, your background, tell us what you hope to gain from the training, and then tell us one fun or surprising fact about yourself. I'll start with myself. I'm Anthony Okoro. I'm a registered electrical engineer, and I'm currently the lead ML and AI engineer at Codehouse. But what do I hope to get from this training? Just an opportunity to share knowledge with others and help others improve their tech skills. And maybe what I could say would be a surprising fact about myself. Well, surprising to those who don't know me is that I write music. So it's now your turn. If you want to speak, please raise your hand, and then once you're acknowledged, you go ahead. I need to. All right, Mojiba Oluwa, go ahead.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Mojuba. I'm a project manager actually, but I have experience working as an AI project manager. I also have a background in Python, backend development to be precise. Because of my background, my experience in AI project management, I really want to, get my hands dirty with like the AI rather, especially agentic AI. And I hope to just like know more, be able to build more myself, communicate with my team members, my AI team members more fluently, etc. One surprising fact about me, I don't know about surprising, but fun. I think I enjoy anime. I enjoy music like you. I don't write, but I enjoy
You're now
music.
telling us more than one fact.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, that's great. So who wants to go next? Okay, I think I'll just call names as I see them here. Abdullahi Abdusalam, could you go please?
Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak here. So my name is Abdullah Abdusalam Dalhat. I'm currently a founder level student studying computer engineering at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. So what I hope to gain from this training is to be able to build agentic system that automate workflows. Like right now, I'm an AI developer and instructor at Agentic, a startup company that we are working on. So I want to, like, by the end of this course, to be able to build an automated system that will be post on our social medias, automate some of the processes like data collections, web scraping, and other things. So one funny thing about me is I love watching movies, especially related to businesses and um, um, story related to businesses, like the story of startup like ChatGPT, how they start, and other related things. I hope that's all. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. It's good to know that you already have a problem that you need to solve using agentic AI. That's great. Hopefully, by the end of this course, you would have been on the way to solving that problem. Okay, let's take Bonolo Atong next. If I didn't pronounce your name well, please correct me when you speak, please.
Hello everyone. I think that's fine the way you pronounced it. My name is Bonolo Atong. I wait, let me look at this. Um, currently a support engineer um, across different fields currently in cybersecurity. And we were doing some projects on agentic AI, I think at work, and I was very interested in getting to know more about that. Of course, it's not my primary department, but I thought this platform would be great for me to learn more. I do have a DS and a background in terms of studies. I did data science. I hope to gain, yeah, well, that's what I hope to gain, sorry. Fun fact, until people see me, I don't know if it's my voice, they assume I'm a guy. I get mistaken for for a man a lot. So yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's great. So we have someone who has some good background that'll be useful in the course. Yeah. Next person we'll be taking is Adekunjo Dolapo.
Good evening. My name is Dolokwa Adekunjo. Um, I'm a product designer, 2 years in UI UX journey. I don't really know what agentic AI is all about, but I know AI, artificial intelligence, and I'm hoping to learn like how to use AI as an agent. So I'm hoping to learn like to gain the basic knowledge and advanced knowledge of what agentic AI is all about. One fun fact about myself is that I'm open to learning. It's not fun. I don't think I have a fun fact, but I'm open to learning. Open to do more research on what agentic AI is all about. Thank you. I hope I'm able to catch up everything that I'm supposed to say because I'm just joining. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just to get to know you a bit and basically for us to get to know each other. So we'll go with Chioma Guluka. Chioma, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, kind of like a beginner backend developer, more of data analyst, and I don't know, agentic AI for me, why I'm in this class is because I'm actually pursuing a degree in applied artificial intelligence. So all the tracks are kind of like very interesting to me. And fun fact, this is not my track. So well, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you audited the track. Okay, that's fine. David Amega, over to you. David Amega, are you there? If he isn't, David Ohimai, you're next.
Hello. Hello, can you
Okay,
hear me?
go ahead, please.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, David, and I assume the
Okay.
others can too.
Okay. So good evening everyone. I'm David Amega. Currently I'm a full stack developer and a DevOps engineer. So what I hope to gain from this training is to get the knowledge on how to build AI agents. So as to solve some so I have to be able to develop uh, some this agents too. take up some basic stuffs and later upgrade them to solve advanced and complex tasks. Okay, so one fun fact about me is I play the keyboard, but I don't have a good voice.
Okay, all right, that's David. Okay, let's go to David Ohimai.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Anthony. Good evening, everyone. I'm a software developer, more on mobile app development, specifically Flutter and that. Okay, then I hope to gain, or should I say, build hands-on experience building scalable multi-server agentic applications. Yes, using whatever um, um, platform, including integration with external frameworks. Yes, and also to understand high-level system design principles. I don't really have much knowledge about AI, yes, but just basics when it comes to using it for building softwares. Yes, then one fun factor about me is that I play the drums, yes, and I also sing very well. Yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good one. He doesn't just want to build agents, he wants to build scalable multi-agent systems. That's great. All right, Ediabonia Ayudubie, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Over to you. Are you there? If he's not, then okay, go ahead. Go ahead. We can't hear you. Okay, let's move to the next person. That should be Manuel Williams. Manuel, go ahead, please.
Okay, good evening. My name is Manuel Williams. And I'm a 500 level student at the University of Lagos. I'm currently studying chemical engineering. Now, what I hope to gain from this film is how to build agentic AI applications. Fantasy novels.
Okay, that's good, Manuel. Ediabonia, can you try now? Let's see if we can hear you. Okay. Fatima, over to you. I think Ediabonia is still having some challenges with speaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Anthony. And good evening, everybody. My name is Ediabonia Ayudubie. Currently, I'm a DevOps engineer, and I have some background in full stack development. One of the things that I really look forward to learning here is trying to build intelligent monitoring systems, particularly for DevOps purposes, that instead of just waiting for alert, AI agent will just detect anomalies, probably predict failures, and automatically trigger healing actions and stuff like that. So that is what I look forward to. And one surprising, I don't think I have a fun fact, one surprising fact about me is that I am a naval officer. To some, it's a surprise.
Oh,
All right, thank you.
That's good. That's a good one. Okay, so let's go. Fatima, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Fatima Muhammad Sani. I'm actually a chemical engineer. I have background in DevOps and backend development. Currently, I actually work in a renewable energy company. So I'm taking this course, Agentic AI, to learn how to build maybe a assistant agent, AI agent, or a supervising agent that will help in automating some of the processes at the company. And then one fun fact about me is that I'm actually a huge fan of Stephen Hawking's research, especially his work on black holes and nature of time. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So let's go to Fatoki Lawrence. Lawrence, are you there?
Yes, yeah. So my name is Fatoki Lawrence, and I'm currently a 400 level student from FUTA. I'm a GIS developer with foundation in Python development and web programming. So yeah, that's full stack web development. And what do I hope to gain from this training? Well, personally, I believe that agentic AI is the foundation um, how will I put it? So it's a good foundation for AI being able to actually do things because what we have now is just chat LLM. So I feel agentic AI is kind of close to AI being able to actually carry out operations and like move machines. So I am really interested in seeing how that can be applied with my field of work. Then one fun fact about myself, or rather surprising fact about myself, is I don't have a fun or surprising fact about myself. Thank you.
That's a smart one. All right. Let's go to Bolaho Motayo.
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Anthony. Good evening, everyone. My name is Bola Omotayo. My background is in product design. I've been doing it for about 4 years now. What I hope to gain from this training, I'd say I'm naturally a curious person. I currently work at an health tech company, so I'm looking for ways to, find the role AI agents will play in some of our B2C products. One surprising fact about me, I used to be a dancer, but not anymore. And I don't look like one, so surprising. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's good. I wonder how dancers actually look. All right, Habiba Musa, over to you.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so for a second, I thought I was just invisible. So, I am Habiba Musa. I'm currently transitioning into cybersecurity. I think one of the reasons why I decided to join the course is because I was just curious about it, and then I was between to start the agentic AI with the ready tensor, but it was all like self-paced and then no tutor and everything. So when I saw that KodeCamp is offering that, and then I will have the liberty to learn with fellow learners and then have like someone to put me through, I decided to go with it. And then basically just curiosity and the fact that agentic AI is quite different from the generative AI. So that's why I'm here. I'm currently a
Okay,
social media analyst. So yeah, that's me.
okay, okay.
One thing about me, uh, I'm just
Go
a
ahead.
naturally curious person. You can find me doing so many things at the same time. And multitasking, I just I can just say that's my forte. I don't know. I just have my way with that, and then I don't get distracted. So yeah. Thank you.
Okay. One surprising thing that you will get to realize as we go ahead is that agentic AI currently makes quite a lot of uses generative AI a lot. And when we get there, you see it. Immaculate Shege, over to you. Immaculate, you there?
Hi everyone, it's raining from my side, so I don't think I'll be that audible.
You're
I
quite
think I'll just
clearly audible,
text
yeah?
in the chat. Pardon?
You're very audible. We can hear you clearly. At least I can.
Okay, so I'm Immaculate Chege. I'm a front-end developer. I hope to learn how to, I'm trying to like integrate AI into my skills. So I hope to learn how to build agents in this training. And a fun fact about me, I relate to Habiba Musa. I am a very curious person and I tend to be interested in a lot of things at once. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Josh Codes, it's your turn.
Okay.
Josh.codes.
Yeah, my name is Joshua. I'm a chemical engineer and I'm also a front-end developer. What I hope to gain from this training is that I've already gotten my hands a bit dirty with agentic AI development, and I hope to take it further. You get one fun surprising fact about myself. I think people normally tell me that I look too calm for my for what they later found out about me. So that's it.
Okay, that's great. Someone who's already building agents. So that's someone who can help or block the other learners where necessary. That's good. Okay, Joshua, over to you. Joyce, are you there? Okay, let's move to Kenneth Danso.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Nice. So, I am Kenneth Danso, and I'm a full stack developer. I'm basically here to have fun, enjoy the process, and give the best as I can to ensure that the main goal is achieved. Fun fact about I'm like a pop culture fan. So yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Mojibolu, I think you went first, right? So we move to Mustafa Mudati.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening. My name is
Good evening.
Mustafa Mudathir. I have a background in statistics and data science. I also have basic knowledge in LLM, like the basics. Yeah, basics. So I took some courses on that. And what I hope to gain in this training, I hope to know how agentic AI is built and how it can be applied in automation. I've been hearing this like here and there, reading articles, but I don't seem to understand how the process, how the process is. So one fun fact about me is, do I have one? I look younger than my age. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Joyce, Joshua, are you able to speak now? Okay, let's move to Olanrewaju Amudipe. I think you logged in twice.
Yes, sir. That's intentional. Good evening, sir. And good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. I am Olanrewaju Amudipe by name. My background, I am an electrical engineer by training. I don't have any CS background. I'm working in the telecom sector. And just a few months back, or roughly over a year now, I got interest in data science, machine learning, and AI, and I've been doing my bits to learn Python, and I think to some extent I can say I'm above beginner level, though I may not be intermediate yet. And I have learned some things about machine learning, though I've not built any projects yet. I've read extensively about LLM, taken some courses, but then I I believe that AI is gonna, I mean, it's already transforming different sectors and industries, and I'm fascinated and there to knowing how it will transform the telecom sector. So, in a nutshell, I want to be a specialist. I hope in the telecom AI sector, while at the same time being a generalist in any area that AI can be applied. So, as touching agentic AI, I came to know that it's like a step ahead of generative AI, and rather than generating stuffs, then to act. So it's really got me um, interested. That based on little I've known, I've seen that one of the areas that telecom can benefit from AI is in the area of automation, self-organizing of networks, and fault management, and spectrum management, and a lot of them. So my idea in this class is to gain as much as possible. And I think the last thing is about my fun and surprising fact. Well, I can crack some jokes in a little way. I'm a little funny. And even though sometimes the jokes are not very funny, but I will be encouraged by the laughter that follow them to bring more jokes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Who's next? Oluseyi Kolade. Oluseyi, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Hello, everyone. I'm Kola Kolade. You can call me Kola. And my background is in quantity surveying in construction. But I've recently been trying to, get into AI automations and, just see how some tasks can be automated in the construction sector. So I'm a beginner, so I'm just learning the ropes. And my goal for this class is to be able to, find the ground in building agentic AIs and see how I can just find the ground in the AI rave right now. And fun fact, I don't think I have any fun fact, but I love cooking, so I love making BBQs, on a random Saturday, just do BBQs for fun. I think that's one thing I do for fun. So yeah.
Okay, I look forward to joining to enjoy your BBQs one of these Saturdays.
Yeah, surely.
Okay, let's go over to Shakiruddin. Shakiruddin, are you there?
Yeah, hello, sir. Good evening, Mr. Anthony.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Yusuf Shafiuddin. I'm a current student of banking and finance at Robert College of Technology. And I'm also an entry data scientist and machine learning. And I have a little bit knowledge of agentic AI when it comes to definition and when it comes to the no code and low code task. Funny thing about me, I don't think I have anything funny thing about me, but okay. The also surprising thing about me is that I talk too much. I talk a lot. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next person is Temitokbe. Temitokbe, are you there?
Yeah, good evening. Carry on.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Kenny Tucker. All right. Yeah. My background. Okay. Actually, as far as academics is concerned, I studied chemistry, but um, I have knowledge about Python coding and also a knowledge in Node.js. Um, my goal for this program is actually to learn about how to build agents that will help with automation in aspect of DevOps, as well as setting up projects as a Python project and some others. At least how will I put it, those parts that can be automated. Yeah, that's the goal for this program. Fun fact, nothing.
Good.
That's all.
All right. The next person would be Abdullahi. You had gone before. What am I missing? Teams. Teams, are you there? Okay. If Teams is not there, trust Akbobo, man.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Trust, and I have a background in electrical engineering. And although I'm not practicing, over the past 7 years since I finished school, I've been a freelance writer. What makes me to be interested in this training is that I've been seeing agentic AI across LinkedIn, across X, LangChain, LangGraph, this, Lang that. And it's something that I've been curious about. And so when I saw this program, I said that, okay, let me just see how let me learn about it and see how I can make it work. Probably I can get the required skill and then use it to freelance or make money. So a little fun fact about me is that I'm a jack of all trades kind of person. I'm a generalist. Jack of all trades kind of sound of crude. So I'm a generalist. And so any topic that is actually in trend, that is interesting, I just try to get the knowledge of it and see if I can use it to make something.
Okay, that's fine. We have someone who's showing as Zoom user. Could you please change that to your actual name while we are waiting for that? Emmanuel Williams, Emmanuel Williams' mic is not active. So I guess that will be that. So we move ahead. About Zoom user, could you please edit your name to show your actual name? Zoom user is just all of us. We are all Zoom users. All right. So we delve into the meat of the matter. Oh, sorry if anybody is a vegetarian, but it's just a form of expression. Yeah. So we are talking about agentic AI. So firstly, what is AI? AI is just an acronym for artificial intelligence. It's a field of computer science that focuses on creating systems that can try to mimic human intelligence, systems that try to perform tasks that ordinarily would require human intelligence. It could also refer to those systems themselves, not just the field that is focused on creating the systems, right? Now, with that brief introduction to AI, that brief, what I call it, definition or description of AI, I would like to ask us, what are those categories of tasks or activities that typically require human intelligence? Just raise your hand if you would like to speak. Yes, Solana, would you go ahead? I got it right. Solana, what you right? Yeah, I got it right. Go ahead, please. Am I audible? Okay, Daniel, you can go ahead. I think Lanrewaju is not. Daniel Kote, please go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mic was muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Right. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, Lanrewaju. After you, Daniel will go.
All right. Okay, sir. You asked to know the categories of activities that require my intelligence. Number one could be understanding of communication, that's language, and perception, to recognize things, to differentiate between different things, like object recognition that AI does. So a kind of intelligence that human being can display to differentiate between objects and then understand language or reasoning and the like.
So language and recognizing things, is that what you said as the second one?
Yes, to differentiate different things. This is that.
Okay, so essentially, would it be right in saying that you're saying that cognition is the major thing that requires human intelligence? Would that
Yes,
be
sir.
right?
Cognition, yes, to recognize things, yes, sir.
Okay. Because language also involves cognition. That's why I'm saying, so we just say cognition. All right.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
The next person was, there were two persons. Daniel, go ahead.
Yes, so I would just add thinking or reasoning and then decision making.
Okay, reasoning and decision making. Let me add that as a comment to it. I'm just trying to keep track. Reasoning and decision making. Yes, one other person who raised their hand. Please go ahead.
All right. One of the categories that activities that humans perform is like computation, analysis, as well as forecasting, prediction of outcomes.
Okay, computation analysis and prediction of outcomes. Would you agree if we say that that is also reasoning? Would you agree to that?
Yes, in a way, reasoning. Yeah.
Because computation involves reasoning, analysis involves reasoning, and if you forecast based on data, that's also reasoning, unless you're just guessing at random. So we could say reasoning. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Okay. Well, what we've actually talked about, the things we've mentioned are more of they are more of the skills that are applied to the tasks and activities. I was actually asking for the tasks and activities themselves. So we have agreed that human intelligence, cognition, reasoning, and decision making requires human intelligence, right? So what are those tasks and activities that you apply cognition and reasoning in? Still for you to tell us. If you'd like to speak, raise your hand, please.
Okay. So am I driving? Am I driving a car?
Sorry, I didn't get that. You said you're driving in the car or something. Okay, you said driving cars. Okay. So you require cognition, you need to see, you need to hear, you require reasoning and decision making to be able to drive. That's beautiful. Okay, what other activity or category of activities that requires cognition, reasoning, or decision making?
Writing.
Writing, that's good. What else? That's any creative activity actually. Well, it requires some level of cognition and decision making, yeah, not just writing.
Speech recognition.
That's cognition. Now, cognition, when we sense something, our understanding of that is cognition. So when you listen to somebody, that's communication speaking, that's cognition. When you see something, you understand it, that's cognition. When you touch fire or you touch something that's hot and you recognize that this is dangerous and you pull out your hand, it's that your recognition that is dangerous, that cognition that makes you, well, it's reflex actually, but I mean, it just that it happens so fast you pull your hand away, except where you have the disorder where you can't feel pain. But one thing I would like us to think about is cognition really restricted to humans? Typically, do other animals not have that capacity for cognition? You're free to speak up. Just go ahead. Just unmute yourself and speak.
I believe other animals have their cognitive ability, but not as humans have. Ours is very deep in the sense that we have the ability to have how do I put it? It goes beyond just seeing things and recognizing them, right? We can, have a deeper perception about what something really is, unlike the way animals will just see things and process them.
Okay, that's good. Anyone else?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I wanted to.
I think animals actually do have cognitive abilities in that they can be able to recognize their owners, where there are limits or boundaries, who is a friend and who is a foe or an enemy or something like that. Yeah, I think animals actually do. Yes, same as humans. So dog is an example.
Okay, that's
Yes, sir.
good.
I actually wanted to also add the previous question when you asked what are these activities that require manual intelligence. Let me quickly add that, sir. I wanted to say movements, as in knowing, for instance, if I'm moving, if there's a ditch in front of me, only a fool will fall into it. So my intelligence will tell me to get away from that. So, and that is embedded with seeing too, ability to see, to perceive my environment and know what is there. Now, to the current question that you asked, if animals also have this intelligence, I would say yes. And somehow, it may sound ironical, but I think some animals have, let me say, better intelligence than humans in some respects. For instance, I'll give an example of eagle. I understand that eagles can see as far as 1,000 kilometers. I don't think the best sight that any man can give can even be up to 200 meters. And I think some other animals who I learned, to have not confirmed, have ability to hear some things that we do not hear. I understand that the frequency of audio that human can perceive is between maybe 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. But there's some, I learned, I've not confirmed that there's some animals like some birds that can hear some audio signals that human beings can never interact with. So I think in their own realm, that's intelligence. And this is even super to what man can afford.
Okay. Yeah, many animals can actually hear sounds outside the spectrum that humans can hear. But does that actually make them more intelligent than humans? Well, that's not a discussion for us here.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
The
sir.
major thing.
I'm sorry,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I think intelligence would now be respect to the task being handled at hand. If the
That's
task
why
is to,
that's why I said that's not a discussion for us
all
here.
right, sir.
What
Okay,
actually
sir.
is intelligence? We will not be able to conclude that discussion. What I was trying to say was one key thing from what we've been saying is that it's really reasoning. Reasoning is really that capacity that is typically um let me use the term reserved in quotes for humans. Reasoning. You can get multiple unrelated pieces of information and you're able to make sense from them. You can create something, make, how do I say, I mean, you don't have all the information and yet you're able to make sense of it and work something out, make a plan, take a decision and move ahead. Typically, it's that reasoning that is supposed to be what sets humans apart from other animals. Reasoning. Now, AI is about creating systems that try to mimic that human intelligence, that reasoning part, that reasoning capacity of humans. Well, how well they've been able to achieve that is a different conversation. So, I guess the next question we've already handled it. Well, we can still try to delve into it. Why exactly do these tasks require human level intelligence? The tasks we talked about, the category of tasks that typically require human intelligence. Why exactly do they require human intelligence? Would you say we have answered that question, or would we like to contribute to the answer?
I don't know if I'm speaking too much, sir. Can I speak again?
No, you're not speaking too much. Please go ahead.
All right, sir. I taking a cue from religion, if I'm permitted to say that God created man to be in charge of the earth and to govern it. So that will presume that man has a God kind of intelligence, which he might not have explored. So I will be therefore there is nothing that is beyond man unless man has not um, factored it or discovered it. I don't know, maybe that scratches the answer.
That's a bit too high level. We actually need something concrete. What exactly is that thing that makes these kind of tasks and activities require human level intelligence? Kenneth, please go ahead.
Okay, so I mentioned like to drive a car.
Yeah.
So if you want to like to compare that, like when you are driving, like you need to be very critical to ensure that you don't cause accidents. So when we are handling,
I can't really hear you again, Kenneth. Is it just me? Is it from my end or is it from your end?
in order not to cause havoc. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I guess what I could pick from Kenneth's submission is not just about being able to
Can you
drive
hear
a
me now?
car.
Am I
Yes,
clear?
I can hear you. It's not just about being able to drive, but about being able to drive
Am I
safely.
clear?
Am I
Can you
right,
hear me?
Kenneth? Yes, I can hear you. Okay, Adobe, please go ahead.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you, and good evening, sir. I'm just joining now. Really sorry. It's a long story. Let me just cut it short. So I want to attempt answering the question about why the human level intelligence is required by AI. I think it's there are a lot of
Sorry,
things that
it's,
human
it's
beings
not
do.
why human level intelligence is required by AI. Is that there are categories of activities that typically require human level intelligence, and one such activity was driving, as one of us mentioned. So we are asking, what exactly is it about these kinds of activities that makes them require human level intelligence?
Okay. First of all, there are a lot of activities that human beings do. Most of them, let me say, some of them are quite repetitive, like they do it more often. So AI comes in to try to do those things to save time, sometimes resources. So I think it uses it needs human intelligence because it helps humans to do a lot of tasks and save their time, allowing them to do some other things. Yeah, that's my own understanding.
Okay, David, would you like to go?
Okay.
David Ogunbari.
Yes. Okay. Why exactly do these activities, for example, an activity like manufacturing boats or essential parts to build vehicles, yes, this require human level intelligence to achieve precision, yes, when it comes to measurement and building things accurately to fit designs and match the should I say, what will actually be convenient for consumers or those that to actually use such products, for example, a car. So we need this. The reason for this is to achieve precision, exact measurement. Yes. And then for another example will be, for example, when you use a car to avoid chaos. Yes, chaos or accidents, maybe on the road while driving. Yes, so that's what comes to mind. Thank you.
Okay. Is it just precision in the manufacturing? Is it not really about what happens before the actual manufacturing, the design of the um, part itself? Like I think you mentioned the boat, the actual design,
Yes,
the
yes,
different machines that you use, because you said manufacturing, which involves machines. So a lot of complex moving parts working together to achieve such high level of precision. I don't think it's just the precision, because some animals can also achieve some level of precision in what they do. So it's really the complexity of the process that, in my opinion, that's what makes it require human level intelligence. I don't know whether you agree with that.
yes, I agree with that. Absolutely. Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, Trust, would you like to contribute?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I think my hand was up before.
Okay, go ahead. I will call every hand that's up. Everybody would have a chance to
All
contribute. Go
right.
ahead.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Just to build on what you just I think you actually and gave a very fantastic answer to it. The major thing here is human creativity, and that ability for us to think deep actually is what makes us um, that typically to require human intelligence. If we don't have this ability to think deep and reason in a way that animals cannot, because nowadays we have cars that are being driven by AIs. So to even drive a car now, you don't even need somebody to even be driving it. AI will drive it. But when it comes to thinking deep and creativity, how to actually design these things and create them, you need human intelligence.
Okay, that's a good one. Trust. You want to go now?
Yeah, a little addition. Also, some tasks that require the use of memory, and then also making decisions based on some particular contexts that should be known as something that is good with, or that is something that should characterize human intelligence. There are things that will only be achieved by human intelligence. So, for instance, now, if I am going on the road and then I have the right context of things, I will know that, okay, even though I'm supposed to go right, I might decide not to go right. I might decide to go straight. And why is that? Because I have some contexts which ordinarily any other creature or even like a particular thing that we code might not be able to exhibit. And that is why human intelligence is more greater or superior.
Okay, context, that's a good one. But do you think other animals don't have context? For example, if you've been in a place where they use the slash and burn technique for farming, once the bushes are burning, you see hawks hovering around. Why are they doing that? Is it not because they have some contextual information? They have some memory about something that happens whenever they see smoke. And that's why they hover around the fire or above the smoke. So
So
is it really about the context or about the level of context, the amount of context?
I think if we are to go down this road, it might be just like our different opinions. So I believe animals do things based on instincts, something that is already pre-programmed. So like the example way that you gave now, it's already in them for them to do things like that. And so if that thing, those conditions repeat itself the next day, the day after, and even the next week, they will do the same thing again.
So you're
So
saying that they are born with that ability.
yes, exactly.
Okay. Have you ever reared an animal? Do you have a pet? Have you ever had a pet?
A bed, a pet.
Pet.
Yes. I had a dog once.
Okay. Does your dog behave exactly the same way as other dogs of the same breed?
Yes, now in some cases, yes.
Okay, but in some cases, no.
Eh, yeah,
So
in some cases.
what's the difference that makes it in some cases behave differently from other dogs of the same breed? Is it the
Ah,
training? Is it the experience it has gotten as it was growing?
yeah, the training, the experience. Yeah, that's true.
Is that not memory context?
Yeah, it is.
So it's really that humans have larger context than many other animals.
Are you asking me?
I'm just giving my opinion here.
Okay, okay.
That's the way I see it. I'm happy that we are all, many of us are contributing to this, right? But I would like us to have conversations in this training. Let's share ideas. And that way, we will all learn from each other. We'll get the most out of the training. Okay. Um, Mojiba, would you like to go now?
Yeah,
If
hi, can you hear me?
okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so sorry, I didn't really like hear, I can't really remember the exact question, but based on what like people have been contributing, I would just want to say that I don't know, it's obvious that human beings have more reasoning power than animals. Am I on the right track?
Yeah, you are.
Yes,
Yes, you are.
so they just have like more reasoning power than animals. It's just in our make, it's in our anatomy slash physiology and all. And then I think the previous person was saying that there are things that are in how do I put it? There are things that are, but I can't remember that word, but there are things that animals are born with. But I think
inherent,
yeah,
instinctive.
thank you very much. Inherent, but more often than not, it's probably just primal behaviors like hunger. Obviously, if they are hungry, they know that they are going to eat. So, for example, I just like to use like my dog. My dog barks a lot, and that's because we did not train her to be exposed to outside stimuli, right? But if and that's just how she grew up. So on her growing up, she would generally just be more territorial than a dog who was walked every day in their childbirth, right? So a lot of the reasoning and a lot of the behavior that animals exhibit, majority of them it really is learned, to be honest. It's learned, and they how do I put it? Animals are smarter than we think, right? Animals are not just, but they're smarter than we think, but they learn to it's just like maybe in terms of, how do I put it? It's just our neuroscience, the way our neuroscience is, the way our brains are much higher developed than theirs. And that's just the way like it works and stuff. So yeah.
So essentially, what differentiates what really makes human intelligence stand out is our brain capacity, our capacity to reason.
Pretty much, it's higher than animals. It's higher than animals.
Okay, that's good. Habiba Musa, are you there?
Okay, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, okay. So before I think before I get to my answer, I would just like to say that regarding all the talks about animals, I think I just got to know on Sunday that sheep naturally sense danger. So I'm not really sure about what that is. But I think for my answer, I think one of the things that humans are different or have a higher capacity is our ability to critically think about something, especially when it comes to, I'll give an example when it comes to innovation and all of that. I mean, our ability to drive out solutions from problem, our ability to see the problem and then look for solution is one of the things that differentiate us from
Sorry,
AI.
Imolayo, you are muted, please. Imolayo. Oh, sorry, I was speaking. I had muted everybody, including myself. Habiba, please unmute yourself and continue.
Oh, sorry. And I was speaking. Okay, so our ability
Yeah, I had to mute everybody because there was an open mic and the person didn't know.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so our ability, that part of us that can critically think about something is one of the things that differentiate us from AI. Oh, yeah. And then one of the category that I'm going to actually put that is innovation. I mean, robots now can innovate, but then it is humans that innovated those robots. And I think it's from problems and then them thinking about the solutions that can solve those problems that brought about artificial intelligence, that also brought about robots and all of this, even the self-driving car. I think it's that ability of us to critically think about how to make life easier. And then another part is our ability to dream. I don't think AI has that thing, or animals or anything, because we have that ability to dream, to have ambition, to see, to have vision and all of that. I don't know if I'm in the same line, but I think that's just
So essentially you're saying reasoning and imagination. That's
yes.
what, okay, that's fine. We're going to take just two more persons. Habiba, you want to speak again?
No,
Mojiboduwa, you want
no.
to speak again? Okay. So we'll just take two more persons, that Bolaho and Adekunjo. So Bolaho, go ahead. After you Adekunjo, we'll go and then we'll move on.
All right, thank you. I think I would say optimization, right? Why exactly do these tasks require human intelligence? Because most of everything we do, we find ourselves doing is to optimize existing processes. Like it goes beyond just being reactive to our environment or wherever we find ourselves, right? We are constantly asking, what's the better way to do this than we currently have? And in doing that, we begin to, look at processes in other industries and consider how do we adapt that process in this industry, how do we standardize it, that kind of stuff. Even AI itself, I believe, is an optimization of our existing process. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. I guess there's no other hand. There, Adekunjo, do you still want to speak?
Yes, yeah. So I just want to add this that what everyone has been saying since has actually added up to the reason why the attacks require human intelligence. And what I want to add to it is that woman has the ability to think logically, like have if else, questions, and just for us to have the optimization, like what really works, the best way to actually achieve things in a creative manner. And that one, that actually involves us to have deeper perception, just like some of us have said, deeper context, large amount of data, and pick the best. So we think logically, and that is the disadvantage animals have, and this AI have to us. So if we think logically and you know and give optimizations of what the decision should be, decision making, yeah, that's actually explain why human intelligence is needed. Thank you.
You're welcome. But one thing is human intelligence, I think it goes beyond reasoning. I think it goes beyond, well, let me not say beyond reasoning. I think it goes beyond logic. There are decisions that we would make as humans that are not logical. Things that we do based on heuristics, things that even are counter logical, but it works. So it really goes beyond logic. And I think that's really where humans have an edge over machines in this case. Yes, reasoning I think, gives humans an edge over other animals, but it is also the ability not to be strictly logical and the ability to decide when to follow strict logic and when not to. That's what gives humans some edge over machines. This is my own opinion anyway. Okay, so it's been a good discussion so far. So let's move on. Let's move ahead. Now we've been talking about AI, simply the systems that try to mimic human intelligence, as well as the field that tries to create those systems, right? Now, what is agentic AI? Simply, agentic AI is any AI that can understand goals. This needs to be achieved. This is the objective. It understands that goal. It can plan actions based on the understanding of those goals. It can plan actions towards achieving those goals. And then it can take initiative. It can execute those planned actions. And then it can observe its environment and interact with its environment. Typically, it uses tools for that interaction. One term that can be used is skills. It has skills that it uses to interact with its environment. Those skills are also called tools. And then potentially it can reflect on the results of that interaction with its environment. It can adapt. It can modify its plans. It can self-correct where the plans that it's executing is not properly achieving the goals. It can adapt, modify the plans towards trying to be able to achieve those goals as well as it can. So that's essentially what an agentic AI is. It's an agent. It can understand the goal, plan an action to achieve that goal, take that action, evaluate the results of the action, and modify it possible. That's what makes it an agent. And then it's an AI. We've defined what an AI is, a system that tries to mimic human intelligence. So essentially, an agentic AI is a system that tries to mimic human intelligence, that has the capacity to understand goals, plan actions, take initiative, observe and interact with its environment, and potentially has the ability to reflect, adapt, and self-correct. Does anyone have any questions so far? Adobe, please go ahead.
Thank you. I'd like to ask, can agentic AI like escalate to human when it becomes quite difficult for it to solve a problem, or is just working independently?
It depends on how the system is designed. The main thing is that it requires minimal human intervention. It does not necessarily have to do without human intervention. There are some agentic AI systems that are designed to have a human in the loop. For example, there are critical decisions that the developers of the agent would not want to have the agent execute critical processes, critical decisions that they won't like the agent to go about autonomously. And so it will require a human to give it a go or no go, to make the go or no go decision. And I think that relates to, there was a question, someone was talking about agentic AI being autonomous. Yes, it can be autonomous. It's to a large extent autonomous. If it doesn't have, if it's not autonomous at all, then it's not an agent. But depending on the specific context and how it's designed and built, it may require human intervention at some points, especially for critical decisions and critical actions. And that's where you, as the builder of the agent, would have to come in. You need to decide, where is it safe to just leave the agent to do whatever it decides to do, and where is it important to have a human in the loop. Okay, so we move on.
All right,
Now,
thank you.
yeah. Is there any other question before we go ahead with the agentic AI architecture? Okay, so we go ahead. So agentic AI architecture simply refers to the core components that give AI systems the ability to act like intelligent agents. The core components of those AI systems that allows them to act like intelligent agents. Acting like intelligent agents in this context refers to being able to take initiative, being able to plan, being able to reason. Of course, planning has to do with reasoning, being able to use tools and being able to execute tasks towards achieving a given goal. So what are those core components that allow agentic AI systems to act in this way, and how do these components fit together? So we'll talk about 5 layers here. The first layer would be the goal or intent layer, and this is the layer that allows the AI agent to understand the task or an objective. A task is essentially an objective, or an objective is one of the things to be met in achieving the task. It allows you to understand an instruction, that allows you to understand an objective, it allows you to understand a goal and what task it's supposed to achieve. Then there's the reasoning or planning layer. When it understands the task or the goal or the instruction, then it should be able to analyze that goal. Goal here is also the intent. What is intended to be achieved? What is that thing it's supposed to achieve? So it should be able to analyze or break down that intent and generate an appropriate action plan. That's reasoning. That's the planning layer. And when it's able to generate an action plan, it should be able to execute that action, which brings us to the tool or action layer. That's the layer that enables the agents to execute actions to interact with external systems and its environments. Those external systems can be a database, it can be an external API, it can be an IoT system, it can be a sensor, it can be an actuator, whatever it is. It can be an email client or an email server. It can be a CRM system. Just this, that is at that tool or action layer that the AI agent is able to take action, is able to interact with external systems. And of course, those external systems are part of its environment. And then the fourth one would be the feedback and memory layer. The feedback and memory layer allows the agent to reflect on the results of his actions. After he has taken an action, he's able to analyze the results of that action to know whether it has been able to achieve the goal. That allows it to be able to now revise its action plan when necessary, or update the action plan and refine its action plan towards trying to iterate towards achieving that goal. And that ability to analyze its output, iterate to achieve that goal is really what makes it agentic. It can plan an action, take that action, and where the action, analyze whether the action is appropriate towards within the goal, and where it doesn't, it goes back, modifies its plan, and continues, well, as long as it's allowed to based on its design. And then finally, there's the environment interaction layer, which is really how the agent interacts with its environment and operating context. In simple terms here, this is the layer that allows you, the user of the agent, to give instructions to that agent. It is the layer that allows the agent to provide the final outputs to the user. I think that's the simplest way to describe the environment interaction layer. So I would also ask here whether there's any question. Any question?
Yes, sir. The last layer, could you explain that again, please?
The environment interaction layer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you used any AI tool before?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Which tool?
ChatGPT.
Okay, so just give us an example of a way you use ChatGPT and describe how you go about doing that. Just describe a session of you using ChatGPT for whatever reason you use it. Just an example.
Okay. One of the ways I use it is generating a prompt for me. So I provide a context to the
Is it possible to speak without a lot of jargon here, because you understand what prompt is, you understand what context is in this I wouldn't say in this context again, but some of us may not. So could you say what you have without using jargon? Just try to say it in simple layman terms. When we get to the point where we
Oh,
understand the jargon, then we can speak and they speak.
okay, sir. If I need to analyze a data set and after analyzing it, I need to interpret it. So, but before the interpretation, I'm going to send a message or type a message in the chat space to the LLM, to the chat bot or ChatGPT, yeah. So then I would instruct it to give me the it's hard for me to explain, like to
Okay.
use what
Like just you giving instructions to ChatGPT, telling it what you would like
yeah,
it to do for you.
yes, exactly. So giving it
Okay.
instruction to give me what I want so that at the end I can use that to achieve my goal. Maybe that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So when you give
Like there is
ChatGPT
the
that
goal I want to
instruction,
achieve.
when you give it that
Yes.
instruction, what typically happens? What does ChatGPT typically do?
Yeah, it generates texts based on my inputs.
Okay, so it gives you a response that trying to match
Yes,
the instruction you gave it.
exactly. Yes.
Okay, so the environment interaction layer is the layer that enables you to give ChatGPT the instruction, telling you what you want it to do. It's also the layer that allows it to give you that text that it tries to address what you asked it to do. So typically what you're asking it to is give me some text that meets so and so criteria. You provide that instruction via is the environment interaction layer that allows you to give it that instruction. It's also the environment interaction layer that allows it to provide you the text that meets the criteria that you specified in your instruction. Does that make it clear?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. There was somebody that had Adobe. You have a question?
Yes, I do. It's still on that environment
Sorry,
interaction
before you ask your
layer.
question, you ask your question shortly, Adobe. Just a moment. We have 1 minute to 10 o'clock. May I plead your indulgence for us to extend by maybe 10 or 15 minutes? Is that fine? Are you all fine with that? Yeah, okay, all right. I have your
Yes,
permission.
sir.
Go ahead, Adobe.
Okay, so it's still on that number five. Number five and number three are somehow related, talking about external environments. Can you differentiate between the two?
Okay. Number three is about the agent taking action that is necessary to carry out your instructions, where that action typically entails interacting with some external systems. I mentioned like a database. I mentioned like an API. I mentioned like an IoT system, like a sensor or like an actuator. For example, talking about the self-driving car, the agent has to turn the well, let me use in the typical sense of a driver. He has to turn the steering, right? He has to accelerate. It is this layer that enables it to when it figures out that it's necessary to accelerate at this point, is the action layer that enables it to carry out that action. He has planned that it will accelerate. The action layer enables it to carry that acceleration action. It has planned that it's going to turn right. The action layer enables you to carry out that right action, that action of turning right. But you, the person telling the car where it should drive to, whether it's by speech or you are inputting it in an app or whatever, it is the environment interaction layer that allows you to tell the car, I need to go to the supermarket, for example. Where the supermarket is, I don't know, but depending on the setup and the agent, the car will typically understand what you mean by supermarket. Or you may be necessary to specify so and so supermarket, so and so address, whatever. It is the environment interaction layer that allows you to give it that instruction. Drive me to so and so place. It is also the environment interaction layer that allows you to tell you you have arrived at your destination, assuming it's built to work like that. I don't know whether that helps clarify that.
Yes, it's clear now. Thank you.
Okay. So any further question on this? Okay, no other questions for now. Agentic AI workflows. A workflow is really like a structured process for carrying out a task from one step to another, a structured process for carrying out a task. So an agentic AI workflow is a structured process that an agentic AI system uses to carry out those steps that we talked about. I think here where we talked about what an agentic AI is, a system that can do these things. So the process that it follows to do these things listed here, that's what an agentic workflow is. And here we have an example of an agentic workflow, intent analysis. This is the step where it analyzes the intent. You give it an instruction, it tries to figure out what your intent is. What exactly do you want to achieve? That is the intent. It analyzes the intent. And based on its understanding of the intent, it generates an action plan. What are the steps it needs to take to achieve that intent? And after generating the action plan, it carries out the action. When it has carried out a given action, it can observe the environment. It can observe the results of that action to know whether the result actually meets the intent or not. If the intent has been achieved after carrying out the action or the set of actions, it completes the task. So it gives you the feedback depending on how it's designed. The feedback could be just to turn on a light. It could be to display task accomplished. It could be to sing or to play some music for you or whatever. But if it's by observation, if it figures out that, hey, the task has not been completed or the action I just carried out is really not contributing to achieving the intent, it goes back to modify its plan. It adjusts its action plan, and then it loops back to carry out the modified action steps. And so it can continue in this loop until it's able to achieve the intent, or maybe if it's only allowed to look for is a given number of iterations, it aborts and informs you that, hey, I could not achieve this. This is just a sample workflow for an AI agent. So an AI agent follow workflows, structured processes. Now, well, when we get there, we'll talk about that, but let's leave this here. Any questions? Any question? All right. No question. So we move ahead. Applications of agentic AI. I think we had already talked about some of these when we were talking about the different categories of activities that require human intelligence, right? But really, is it every kind of activity that requires human intelligence that agentic AI systems
Sorry, sir.
can be applied in? Can you hear me? Yes, go ahead, please.
Sorry, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Sorry,
I can hear you.
raised my hand very late. Well, yeah, when you said when you talked about agentic AI workflow and the step by step, The first thing that came to my mind was algorithm or something like that. Can it be used in this context? Can we say that
Yeah,
what's going on here?
an algorithm is a step by step. Yeah, yeah, you can call it an algorithm. Algorithm is a structured step by step
Okay.
process for achieving a goal. Yeah, algorithm can be a synonym for workflow.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So I just listed here a few areas of application of agentic AI, healthcare. Could anybody who can tell us a use case of agentic AI or a possible use case of agentic AI in healthcare? Anyone? Or it mustn't be health. Just pick one of these. Tell us one of the area, or it can also be an area that's not listed on the slide. If you tell us an area, then a typical use case of agentic AI in that area. Please go ahead. Kenneth?
Okay.
So, like in a situation of the healthcare, for instance, it could be used in like performing of surgeries, operations, and the rest.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. You said surgery?
Thank you. Yes. Like in the case of the healthcare, it could be used in performing operations and surgeries and anything of that sort.
Could you be more specific?
I didn't hear you on that one.
Yeah, we heard that. Could you be more specific? Is it as an assistant to the surgeon or as the surgeon itself? Is it that the agentic AI becomes the surgeon, or the agentic AI is a support system to the surgeon, like a support tool for the surgeon to work with?
Okay, so mostly like they act as an assistant.
Okay,
So
that's
that
fine.
like there is the main section there, and the AI acts as an assistant. Thank you.
Okay, that's okay, because I'm not sure yet that anybody would leave an AI agent to carry out an unsupervised surgery yet. Okay. Who's next? Kenneth? Or Kenneth's hand is no longer up. Adobe, go ahead.
Okay, still on healthcare.
It's fine. That's fine.
It can be AI that monitors human health condition in real time and provide insights like heartbeat, whether you need more exercise, whether you need to lose weight in case you are overweight or something like that. And then in customer service, maybe an AI that saves time if there are too much customers attending to them, answering their questions. If it's like others, the AI will be able to track the order and provide feedback in real time and possibly state why there's delay, something like that.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you. Ediabonia, go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you so much. In the case of finance, I believe Agentic AI can work to detect fraudulent activities. And
fraud detection.
Say again.
Say fraud detection. That's a good one. Go ahead.
Yeah, fraud detection, as well as taking steps to maybe notify the owner of the account and the bank, as well as probably blocking or buying the account, or maybe blocking the card, or just putting a restriction on the account so that there will be no further transaction on the account.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you for that. David Ohimai, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I think, for instance, I'm going to speak on, I think one that is not listed here, maybe like a coding agent system, which of course, like every developer is probably aware of. So, for example, let's say Cloud Code. There's a system that, should I say, is a tool that is actually integrated into terminals. Yes, and understands code base. So we gave it, um, should I say, we ask questions or try to inquire to resolve bugs, and then we get feedbacks. Yes, that's one use case for application of agentic AIs. And also for the customer section, the use case of that is something I would really like to also work on, because I'm actually building a mobile app that requires customers service. So that customer service will kind of function in that it just quickly delivers maybe basic solutions to customers' need. But when it's more intense, or when there's a particular need that a customer desires, then you now route the customer to a customer care representative that is a human personnel that will now respond to give better response to the customer's problems. Yes, so that's two use cases from my end. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's good. Maybe Chukwudi, go ahead, please.
Good evening.
Good
Another
evening.
use case here can be seen in a cross system where it can be used to build a framework. For example, now I want to write on a topic that involves detecting ransomware in a cloud system.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think agentic AI here can also be integrated with other AI, like example, explainable AI, where the two can function in a way that they will be able to detect any cloud misconfigurations. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned explainable AI. Okay, that's a different thing anyway. It's not on its own. Explainable AI is just about trying to make AI less of a black box. So agentic AI can also be made explainable to an extent. So it's really not distinct from agentic AI. Particularly in critical systems like healthcare, they are very, very concerned about explainability, given how important for very critical systems, explainability, regulators like explainability, right? Okay, one other person wanted to speak. Oh, Habiba Musa. I think after Habiba, we'll round it off.
Okay, so where agentic AI can be applied is through monitoring network traffic. That's like in the aspect of cybersecurity. So instead of having like a security personnel or a network security person, like monitoring that, we can use agentic AI to monitor the traffic. It can also be used to like detect anomalies and also prevent breaches when it comes to like protecting the database of different companies and organizations. Okay, that's all from my end.
Sorry about that. Say that's good. So I'll still ask, does anyone have any question at this point. Any further question? If there's no other question, then we'll move ahead. And I think that's really where we're going to end for today. When we come on Thursday, we will try to set up our systems, the computers that we will use for the hands-on activities in this training. I think a couple of other people want to ask questions. So, Habiba, do you still want to ask a question? Your hand is still okay. You've raised it. Eddie Abonya, you want to say something? You want to ask a question or contribute?
No, it's a question.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I just wanted to know the scope, the training. Does the scope involves building these agentic AIs ourselves, or just for us knowing the technologies, knowing the science, and what is really powering this agentic AI, or does it require us building it?
Are you on the channel in Discord?
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
Slack channel. If you saw I think that was the first message I posted there. I promised you that it would be hands-on.
Okay, because I just joined today. I joined the.
It will be hands-on. Then, as for the scope, if you check on the LMS, I hope we've already started on LMS. The course covers is there on LMS. It's going to be hands-on. That's one sure thing, because you learn best by doing. It's not just about talking. And then at the end, there's going to be, every week we are going to have assignments to do. And then at certain stages, there will be promotional tasks that you have to undertake. And at the end, you're going to do a capstone project. My thought at this point is that you have something as an individual and you have something as a group, but maybe we'll refine that as we go ahead. And there's also the possibility that we will have a cross-track capstone projects, as in you work with teams, people from different tracks, maybe people from Agentic AI, people from ML core, and people from AI for developers. So if you have people from these different tracks together in a team to build a capstone project, we'll sort those out as we progress. But the important thing is that you're going to build a capstone project at the end of the training. Someone else was trying to say something. Dekunjo, please go ahead.
All right. So look, my question is that it's about the LMS. I partook in CodeCamp 5. I did intermediate stuff. So when I logged in, I can't sign up again. When I logged in, I didn't find the Agentic AI course. Or is there any other thing I need to do?
I think there's a channel in Discord where you can ask for support. I think there's a support channel in the Discord for CodeCamp 5X. So I think you should ask this question there, and definitely somebody will assist you. Is that
All
fine?
right. Yeah.
Okay. Adobe, you raised your hand. Do you still want to say something?
No, that should be a mistake.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, we've basically come to the end of today's class. Please, for you to be able to make the best out of this training, you need a computer to work with. Ideally, your computer should have at least 8 gigs of RAM. if you can have up to more than 32 gigs, better. But with 8 gigs, you should be able to get by. You should have at least an i5 processor, something that has at least four virtual cores. And if you have a GPU, that's best. There are also options like CodeSpaces allows you to have some virtual machines that you can use, but then there's some limits, monthly limit. I think it's 120 CPU hours for the free tier. So if you don't have a system that meets this, you can also try and CodeSpaces, but I don't really know how you should be able to do something. It might not be okay. Let me say it this way. Agentic AI, as of today, are the state of the art of agentic AI is that they're powered. The intelligent core, which powers them, the reasoning core is LLMs, right? And LLMs require a lot of computing resources. However, the idea is that we would work mostly with locally hosted LLMs, yet they'll be smaller, less powerful language models. Sorry, as LLMs are large language models. They are smaller models. We can get by with that. And then we also work with some cloud-based models where we use a free tier. Of course, there are limits to that. So when we really need to have more power, we work with those. But mostly we work with locally hosted models on our local machines. So that's why I'm saying that for us to get the best out of this, we really need at least some minimal level of system resources. Well, if you happen to have maybe an OpenAI API, you have OpenAI API credits or something like that, better for you. You can use that. But it's supposed to be something that we should be able to get through without having to spend money. And that's why the decision to try to work with locally hosted models that can run on a typical laptop. So you really need that minimal level of system specs. But if you don't have, you can also consider using something like CodeSpaces that provides you, I think you have up to 120 CPU hours or something in a month. And you have the choice between, I think, a 16 gig system and a 32 gig system or something. If you have a GitHub account, you should just check out CodeSpaces and see what is available there. You can use the free tier just for us to know. So the next class on Thursday will be focused on setting up our systems and installing the basic software and tools that we use for our hands-on work in the training. Thank you very much. It's been a nice discussion with you this evening. If nobody has any other thing to ask or say, then I guess we'll call it a night.
Yes, thank you. Good night, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, good night.
Good night, sir.